Yo guys, it's Tav here, and today I want to talk about Daniel Ricciardo. People want to know, is he finished? Long story short, probably. They called him the honey badger, which is weird because there are no honey badgers in Australia. Centuries ago, the honey badger is said to have been notorious for eating the family jewels of its prey. It's not true, but if it was, the only nuts this badger would be sucking on are Lando Norris's, which is weird because Lando Norris hasn't even matured yet. He's a spud. Daniel Ricciardo, he's not a honey badger. He's a honeypot, blood. He's a honeypot. He looks good. He's a trap. And McLaren is Winnie the Pooh, who got his head stuck in the honeypot. They wanted all the honey from the pot, but all they got was stung in the wallet, fam. McLaren woke up the next day in a motel room with a headache, no money, and credit card debt. I mean, it's gotta be said that Daniel Ricciardo has even trapped his fans. Clinging to the thought of the honey, they're saying things like, oh, he needs to get used to the car, or the car doesn't suit him. He's still a top driver. His fans have the worst case of Stockholm Syndrome I've ever seen. Daniel is murdering his fans, but they love him for it. He's the Ted Bundy of Formula One. It must be his smile, because Ted Bundy eventually got put in jail. But Danny Rick, he's getting paid millions. He might as well be Gareth Bale, or even worse, he might be Ben Simmons right now, blood. Now, I'm not trying to diminish Daniel's career up until this point. He had enough talent to win a championship. Coming up the ranks of the Red Bull Junior program, Danny came from Toro Rosso and put in the 2014 Red Bull back when Vettel was still champion Vettel, not Inspector Vettel or Fireman Vettel or whatever he's doing these days. And he won 3 races and completely showed Vettel up so completely that the inspector left for Ferrari. And let's not forget that he was the last driver to show up Verstappen in the Red Bull, even though Max still hadn't reached puberty. But in all seriousness, this guy was going toe to toe with Verstappen a lot. I mean, there was so much toe stuff. Things got heated in Azerbaijan during the 2018 season. That day, Daniel ended up rear-ending Max without any lube. They ended up wrecking each other. It got really tense. But Daniel left Red Bull with a good 7 wins to his name, not to mention a reputation as being the best late breaker on the whole grid. I mean, who could forget the time he went down inside 3 people at the 2017 Azerbaijan Grand Prix? He took 3 like Steph Curry on the buzzer from the halfway line, blood. 3 like it was a menage a trois. Johnny Sins, fam. We cannot sleep on Ricciardo's ability, but his performances at McLaren have thus far not been adequate. Maybe one day he might regain his form, but right now, people are taking the mick out of him. Speaking of taking the mick, what's going on with Mick Schumacher? Now, this might sound a bit mean, but it looks like the only person taking the mick out of Mick is Mick. It's not looking good for the young driver and son of F1 legend Michael Schumacher. It looks like the only championships Mick will ever win are when he plays his father in the Schumacher movie. If he doesn't improve soon, his F1 career will be over and he could become Mick Schumacher. His F1 career is going down the drain. He might have a better chance at making actual shoes. He might as well be the cobbler, Adam Sandler. He's not doing Haas any favors, not like Kevin Magnussen, who came in with the big D energy. They shouldn't call him Kevin Magnussen. After his performances, he should be called Kevin Magnum, blood. Anyway, that's it for this week. Like, subscribe, and share for more.